Disneyland for hoes. You gotta be careful about Miami. I heard it breaks relationships, bro.
Yeah, don't go to Miami if you're in a relationship, or go as a couple.
Well,
Don't let your girl go to Miami by herself.
but even friendships, bro. You'd be surprised. I hear a lot of crazy stories where people think they're super tight, and then they go, and then they just come back, not even together or friends.
In Miami?
There's something about Miami that just turns people crazy.
Oh, I know what it is.
The cocaine.
Dude, cocaine there has to be on another
Shit,
level.
that's a regular Monday night for me. You know,
Here, not in
I
Miami
don't need to go
though.
to Miami for that.
You need
The
that
nightlife.
Miami special.
Well, I mean, like our generation grew up on a lot of Grand Theft Auto, and I feel like Grand Theft Auto was the only real like reference that a lot of kids had when it came to Miami, because we were too young for like Miami Vice, you know. So Vice City, it's
Yeah,
like that was
yeah,
the
that's
only
true.
correlation. And I mean, there's a lot of websites that happen to be rooted in Miami that a lot of guys were big fans of, but you know the depictions of
Are
Miami,
you talking about the bus?
they're hap- it's actually a van.
Oh, it's a van. Yeah, but
Correction, but
yeah,
which is actually really dumb if you think about it. I never it didn't.
dude. So no, so one of my favorite podcasts I listened to, they actually did it. They did a whole podcast inside the van.
Yeah, they started doing uploads. Yeah,
Yeah,
they dedicated their YouTube channel specifically to doing interviews.
so dope.
It's interesting.
Would you be down to do that if we ever had the opportunity?
I feel like I would. I just I also kind of feel bad about promoting like sex like that. I'm no role model or anything, but just like
Mm,
the idea of like because YouTube is so like family
yeah, that's
friendly, and then
true.
like the perception of just like you like I think if I were to do it, I'd have to do it tastefully and in a way where like it makes sense.
Or we just start a Patreon.
Shit, we need a community for that.
I know we do. One day we'll charge people to listen to us talk.
So if they give a fuck enough about us to want to listen
Get an
to us,
extra episode a week.
who knows,
We don't have to
bro?
censor ourselves on that one then.
Be like super hardcore. Even you know what's funny is like I don't even with like the freedom of speech, I don't even think there's anything crazy. I feel like I'm dying to say. There's nothing super gnarly.
Well, there's one question I want to ask you though.
What,
Why the fuck do you keep going out to fucking Mesa?
bro?
I'm like, when you text me that, like
I
my first reaction was like, why does he keep doing this?
because the stars aligned, man. Did I know that the girl that I was talking to was gonna ask me to hang out at the restaurant that was next door to the other restaurant that traumatized me as a
Fucking
fucking
bugs.
adolescent or young adult? No. When I just pulled up, I was like getting flashbacks. I was like, this is getting familiar. And then I see certain like landmarks, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I see the restaurant and the sign. I was like, oh, I was just like
Tell me
traumatized.
this one went a lot better though.
This one was cool.
Yeah.
This was a second date.
Oh,
Yeah, this was a second date.
second date,
Yeah,
Brian over here.
it was chill. Yeah, the first one went for Mexican food. This one went for sushi
Sushi.
place. Yeah, so
Okay.
it was cool. It was nice because it was it's during the week, late in the evening. No one's really
Yeah.
there, so it's just like I felt like hella adult vibes, and I
I
was
think
like,
those like I think like dinner dates are so much better in the middle of the week rather than the weekend
agreed.
because there's like the restaurants are so much more dead. So it's like less things to get distracted by. So it's like you can actually have a conversation.
Yeah, you don't have like the pressure of the atmosphere to kind
Yeah.
of like give you
Because
anxiety.
I'm nosy. If I hear a good conversation somewhere else, I'm gonna pay attention to that rather than who I'm with. 'Cause I'm nosy as hell.
I
I
I
like other people's dramas. They make me happy.
I mean, if you can incorporate it into your date, I think it can be funny for sure. But you just can't linger too long, or else you look like a weirdo. Just not even paying attention to her the whole time. I definitely, yeah. You gotta find a good
I know
balance.
I do. I do.
But it was cool. I got a chance to get to know her a little better. And you know what's interesting too is like the older I've been getting when it comes to dating, the more relaxed I feel, the more like confident I feel, and like the more I realize like I really don't have to do too much. I just have to be here, be presentable.
You learn that you can be yourself. You don't have to impress someone.
I guess so, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I think learning how to be yourself is realizing you don't have to be anything.
Yeah. Cause I remember like when I was younger, I was always trying to like impress these girls like with nice things. I'm like, all right, I got paid Friday. Let's go. By Sunday morning, it's like, well, gotta wait another 2 weeks. And now it's like, no, I set a budget. This is what we're gonna do, and yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
It's always smart to be creative, especially when it comes to just like dating, because I think that's really what helps you connect with someone
yeah.
is like just learning how to be different and using your mind to interact with one another.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Well, I got a date Saturday.
nice.
Yeah,
This Saturday?
yeah, this upcoming Saturday.
Nice. Okay. What's the plan?
We're gonna go get we're gonna go eat at Westgate, one of the restaurants over there,
Mm,
and then I think she wants to get her ass whooped in mini golf. We're gonna do pup stroke
nice.
afterwards. So yeah, it should be a fun one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
a little bit more expensive than I wanted to with my whole trip coming up next week, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, but it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I've showed you pictures of her. Is that the
Oh, the one you
redhead? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, the redhead. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh nice. Okay, so you're finally
After like two weeks, yeah. She's been busy. I've been busy.
yeah.
So it's like I said, I usually don't wait this long, but something better.
Nice.
It's a redhead.
Nice. No, I mean like I think that comes with the like the whole dating thing is you have to learn how to take your
And
time
yeah,
too.
and I've learned that like I'm dating actual adults now, rather than like
Yeah.
we actually have like we have to work. We can't
Yeah,
hang out
work
all the time.
it gets difficult because you have to work around schedules and stuff. And
Yeah,
usually if someone's too available, like you don't want to rush into something like that. At least
yeah,
at least from my point of view. So I definitely get you on that.
yeah. So it's like it's nice that we actually have a day together that we can actually go and enjoy.
Yeah. And it's your job to not fuck it up.
I'm going to somehow, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be fine.
I think you'll be
It's gonna be
good.
fine. I mean, we're still talking after 2 weeks just through text messages, so
Nice.
hopefully it goes well.
It should. I mean,
If it doesn't, it's gonna suck. I'm just gonna hate myself more because I tell myself if you can't see him within 1 week, you're just wasting so much time. That's just me. Like I like to just start. We
so you're
talk for a day or two. All right, let's meet that following weekend or as soon as you're available.
you're learning.
Yeah,
You're
but
learning a little bit. I think also there's a caveat and there's nuance, right? I think when I've been recognizing when it comes to dating is like it's okay to be talking to multiple people because like it really does come down to just like the connection and compatibility.
yeah,
If you don't find yourself comfortable enough to think like you're the one I want to commit to, because at least as a guy, I have to die for you
yeah. Oh
subconsciously.
yeah, oh yeah,
Subconsciously, whether I know it or not, if there's a situation that happens that is unfavorable and is just like very dangerous, I'm obviously gonna have to put myself in a position to protect whatever is around
yeah,
me. So like knowing that, even if I don't address it, I definitely want to be picky around who I commit to.
yeah, yeah. No, like it's like I think we talked about this before. It's like, you asked me the questions like, how many people are you talking to? I'm like, I'll be honest with you. Like, there's you and one other person, but like we're not together, and like I need to keep my options open just in
Yeah.
case if it doesn't work out, like stuff like that. But
And even then I learned with maturity and just like my fucking uh errors and mistakes that I've made in dating. It's always better to be transparent and honest, especially the older you get, because like the more accustomed you get to it, the easier it feels like you can get through the situations and the relationships of like the talking
yeah,
phases and just like if they happen to work out or not, it won't be as toxic and you can have healthier falling outs or
yeah.
you
Like
know.
I got to the point where like I ask right away what they want, what they're looking for, and uh like their ideal partner, like right off the bat, because at least
Ooh.
now I know it's like, all right, so this is probably gonna work out. These are things that I look for. Let's see if we can match. If not, it is what it is, and hope you're good.
Hmm, not a bad way to look at it.
Yeah, because I mean you're gonna have to eventually ask them. Might as well just get it out of the way.
Um, yeah, at some point you would want to hope to to know more, but I think you have to be careful just because like you can't make it feel too businessy.
Oh no. I mean, obviously, it's not like I'm gonna ask them like within the first like 3 messages. Like we talk a little bit. If a day or two goes by, it's like okay, cool. Now I can ask him this.
Oh,
So
yeah,
yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
It's not like I'm not gonna wait till like a month into it to figure it out.
No,
You
true.
know what I mean? It's like, yeah, no, if we talk for a couple of days, like, all right, I think it's like an appropriate time to ask them what they're really looking for and what they want from me and what I want from them and stuff like that.
That's a good point. I think you might I guess it's not necessary, but I would say just like eliminate what you want from me, only because if she's already interacting with you, you're coming in at a defense to think that she doesn't want you. She's already entertaining the idea of interacting with you, so it's your job to try
Yeah,
to
yeah, you're
win
right.
over, So that way, because I think subconsciously, even if you entertain that, you kind of put yourself in the back burner of not being in your power.
Yeah,
So
no, I
like,
see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like that one meme I sent you where the girl says, "Oh, hey, you're cute," and the guy replies, "You're lying already. Bye."
yeah,
It's like,
exactly. Because it goes back to your situation where
yeah,
it's like if you get shit tested, like
yeah.
it's you got to be able to sit back on the curveball, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So it's refreshing to have these conversations, especially right now, because like I don't know what the heck is going on, but I
Yeah.
I haven't been consistently dating like this in a while, and maybe because like the pandemic has such an effect on
Yeah.
society and stuff. But it's just been refreshing to think that like when I talk to someone else, because like out of my group of friends, you're one of the few people that like talks dating, you know,
Because everyone else we know is basically
committed or
committed,
something.
tied down. Yeah.
Yeah, or just very like introverted and just like
Yeah.
isn't really into putting
Yeah.
themselves out like that. So it's always kind of nice, and to think that like we don't have a dating podcast, but like dating tends to be something that we talk about a lot of.
Just women in general, actually.
Yeah,
Well, it's not so much the dating, it's the
yeah.
the women aspect of it, which is
Just
fine.
our stories and our interactions with them. Definitely. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I feel like those are usually the most entertaining, is like just talking about relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
Because people just, as much as people like hate to agree, they like to hear in on all the cheese man and just be like, "Oh
God.
fuck, what's going on?" Like, that happened to you, especially if it's something outlandish.
I
And I
don't
think
think
that,
I think like most of our viewers are not gonna understand what you just said, cheese man.
oh, just like
I
fucking,
understood
no,
it.
yeah, yeah, all,
Yeah.
all the drama and shit.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I tend to be kind of vulnerable and open about some of my relationship stories. It's just because like,
I mean, you kind of have to be like probably at this age of your life because it's just like it's a life lesson.
yeah,
Like it's good to talk about it because you might like think about it, but until you actually physically say the words, you probably didn't process something.
it's a very
You know what
good
I
point.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
Yeah. I feel like I said, talking communication like leads to so much more than rather just thinking of something. When you
Yeah.
just think of it, it's like okay, but actually say it and listen to the words and don't let it just go in one ear at the other. You learn so much more.
And what's beautiful is like,
Thank you. I appreciate you calling me beautiful.
of course, Angel. It sounds like a cute pet name, and it's also gonna crazy. But that was the direction I was trying to go in, but I was just like, I don't think it's gonna. Whatever.
That was a funny one. That was a good
But
one.
I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday about like just that when it comes to relationships and like you fuck, I lost the point. What were we talking about? Hold on, what were we talking about?
I don't know. I
Uh,
distracted you with my beauty.
because you're so gorgeous,
I
it's
know.
hard. Um, you were
I don't remember. Short-term memory loss.
same. Oh well, I mean,
This is a great way to segue into something else.
segue. Oh, probably. I think
Yeah.
happy mistakes, right? Shit.
Speaking of mistakes, something that's been like bothering me.
Okay.
Well, not bothering me. It's just like it's confusing. So they listen. They watch this. So they're gonna watch this.
Who is they?
I will tell you afterwards. Okay.
No.
So she listens. She listens. She watches this. But I was like, I have to talk about this. Like, I need to get this off my chest. I do not care. Um, so she is married, but the marriage is not going great. Okay, I'm not gonna get into details, but
What the fuck?
before the marriage, her and I had a thing, and it sucks because I felt like her and I we were going like we her and I were getting along, seeing each other, we're going out. We basically were in a relationship. Next thing I know, she tells me she doesn't want to be in one. It's like, okay, that's fine. I respect that. But she starts seeing someone else, ends up marrying him. And I was like, wow, that really sucked. But whatever, I stayed friends with her, and then they got married. I didn't go to the I didn't go to the wedding. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. She invited me. I'm not going to this. Yeah,
Ew,
and then
ew, come on. How you gonna invite the man after you had a thing with the disrespect, bro?
he's in the military. She moves to Virginia, but then things happen. Like I said, I'm not gonna say or whatever happened. And we started talking again. Like I made a comment on something. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like a post. She said like a on those Instagram things, like they post like from other posts, and it was
Yeah,
funny and like aha whatever.
yeah.
Then we started talking, and then I was like, oh, this feels like so natural because it's just how we were. And I realized, oh, you're married. I can't do this. And then I asked her how her day was, and she was like, not so great. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, this marriage. I'm like, what's going on? Then she tells me, I'm like, I kind of want to ask her, do you regret not staying with me?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god!
This was
Who
back.
has these kind of thoughts? That's crazy.
This was back in like 2020. We started talking, and then we were seeing each other for a little while, and then this other guy came in, and like, what do I do? Like, do I just straight up? Well, she's gonna see this, so it's either gonna ruin a friendship or. But it's fine by me because it's like I can afford to lose her because I already did once, and I'll be
Good job.
fine.
Good
So that's
job.
why I'm okay.
I don't know who the fuck you are. No offense. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm just very proud of the fact that he's having, his moment of confidence and self-esteem. Good job.
Thank you. But like
Yeah.
that's why it's like okay for me to talk about it. Because if I was afraid to lose them again, I wouldn't have said anything. But it's like, no, you had the opportunity and you chose wrong, and now you're in this situation.
It depends.
Like, do I just straight up like, do you regret your decision, or do I just kind of just be friends?
I think that's a dumb question. If it's a dumb question depending on what you want to have happen. I think
I don't expect anything because she doesn't live here anymore.
no, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
I just want to know. I just want to hear her say yes. She fucked up. That's all. That's all I truly want to hear.
okay, so that's what it comes down
yeah.
to.
I just want to feel better about myself that I'm the better man.
mm, I don't know. I'm iffy about
Yeah.
it because it's like
It's the same here. It's like that's why I just want to get someone else's perspective.
this is unexpected. I I don't know. I feel like there's many angles I can come at this, so it really depends on what you want from me.
I just want to know what you would do.
What I would do in that
Yeah, I just
situation
want to know what you would do.
if I was messing around with a girl and she left me for someone in the military, what would I do? And they just had to come back in my life. Um, it depends on where I'm at. Depends on where I feel like my maturity's at. If it's genuine and authentic, I'm willing to say I want to hear them out because I think I'm recognizing I'm not perfect to hold any type of
yeah.
resentment towards anybody, and people do have the ability to change.
It's not like I hold resentment. I just want to hear that I'm the better man.
I mean,
Is it? Is that resentment?
no, it's more pettiness, and I feel like
Yeah.
pettiness and it's with they're cousins. The point I'm trying to make is like whether it's either or, it's just like feeling some type of way,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it really depends on where you're at. I think something I've learned a lot recently is learning that forgiveness is like a very powerful and beautiful thing. So I take pride in being able to use all my life experiences, all my
Yeah.
dating
I was
situations.
gonna say if this was a couple years ago, I'm losing my shit and off the rails.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It's easy to feel like you want to just get reckless with your emotions.
Yeah.
So I mean, the petty answer for me would be like, "Okay, put that bitch on blast." No offense, but I think the adult version of me is like saying, "Fuck it, put that bitch on blast." Just kidding. I'm sorry, I was way too tempted.
That was
No, but I
yeah.
mean, I think
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It's
yeah,
just I don't know. I just need to get that off my chest. It's been on my mind the last couple of days. Like I realized, like, wait, why are we talking? Like, why are we doing this friendship thing again?
because sometimes people really get a lot out of reconnecting with people.
Yeah,
Sometimes there's certain things that give closure to certain parts
and
of.
I met her in high school too. So she was your brother's year. So oh wait,
A year before.
yeah,
Right.
year before me. So
Oh, I think I know who you're talking. Wow,
I don't think you.
I
I
think
don't
I know who
know.
you're talking about. That was a long time ago. He had a brother, lived in Texas.
No,
Not that one.
no, not that one.
Whoops.
I know who you're talking about, but no, not that one. No, not her.
Oh, okay.
But I met her in high school, and like I remember, like I honestly, I thought she was the most beautiful girl in high school.
Nice.
Like when I first met her, like when I first transferred over to Washington, I was like walking down, I was like, I see her, it's like, wow, she's gorgeous, but she already had a boyfriend, so I was like, I didn't bother like talking to her, and I don't know how I ended up actually meeting her. Like I remember meeting her at school, and we had like a conversation, and that was it. And then she kept seeing this guy. I was like, all right, whatever. Got no shot, but she's cool. We're gonna be friends. And then she broke up with him, but I was with somebody. And then when I was with them, she started seeing someone. Then I broke up with the whoever I was with. Not whoever. I know who I was with. I just didn't want to say names. You know the person too. Um, yeah. And
Man.
then we kind of just faded off, and then we didn't talk for like 6 years until 2020. Saw her on a dating app. I was like, I screenshotted her profile. I sent her. I was like, hey, I have a question. I need your opinion.
Yeah.
That was me flirting. So I was like, hey, I have a question. I need your opinion. She's like, well, what's up? And I sent her a picture of her profile. Do I swipe left or right on her? And she started laughing, and that's how we started talking. I thought it was kind of corny and cute.
Yeah. But it works in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we started talking for a little while, and then, yeah,
Wow. Um, I don't know. As satisfying as getting the closure you think you want, I think it's better to get the closure you need.
yeah,
So if you do interact with her, have it
yeah,
just
you're
be
right. I should literally just say later, bitch.
no,
Oh no,
bro. You
no,
can't.
no.
Wow.
I can't what?
You can't be rude. I don't know who this person is. I've already made fun of her enough. But I think the best thing that I think the best thing that you could do is just ghost a bitch and then let. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. No,
We're
but
terrible.
if you're authentic and just like if you come in with a sense of sincerity, I think it'll always
Yeah,
work out.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having her in my life, but I just want to know what she thinks of this,
Of
and
what?
just the friendship again. Like, does she?
Oh, all that.
Yeah,
Um, you're doing too much.
I am.
Yeah.
I shouldn't care.
Only for the simple fact is like so much time has gone by that you're two different people and you're like trying to hold her to who you think she used to be, and she's not. You
You're
kind of
right.
have to take her for what she is and where she's at in her life, and then kind of just like ignore the other stuff because as relevant as it might feel because of the history, it is irrelevant because she's a completely different person.
So you're saying don't be a homewrecker. Got it.
Well, you said she's already having issues, so I mean, you're not wrecking a home that's already kind of wrecked.
That's true. I should just finish the job.
You're just you're just like the pool boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, the pool
you're
boy
right.
normally doesn't go into the house until the guy goes to work.
That's true.
So
That's so true. So I should just fly out there and finish the job.
you should fly out there.
I'm kidding. I'm not doing that.
That's
I'm
a
not,
bit
I'm
ballsy.
not doing that unless you want to go to Myrtle Beach, dog. Trying to hit Myrtle Beach up.
I'm always down for an adventure. I think
That's what we're gonna do.
yeah, I'm always down for an adventure. I think I'm always just eager to just want to go do shit.
Me too.
Except for when I don't want to do shit. It's just like I want to do shit because
I
I'm in
get
the
that.
mood.
I get
I
that.
don't know. I was
I know.
I was such a sucker for fairy tales as a kid. So, cause
Me
like
too. Why do you think I'm a sucker for like a good love story or true love,
it's probably why
romance?
we talk about relationships a lot because we're hopeless romantics.
I would say I really am.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's
I
possible.
really am. Like I love doing cute shit. Like
Mm.
my best date that I ever been on. Uh, I was like 16. Yeah, 16, going into my junior year. I was
Sorry, alcohol.
no,
Sorry.
so it's like no, so I was playing in a tournament in San Diego baseball, and the girl I was talking with, who I just broken up with, their parents had a beach house on Mission Beach. So I told her, I was like, hey, I'm coming down. Be cool to see you. She's like, oh yeah, sure. So after a game, I go hang out with her. Go to her beach house. We walked up to Beaumont. Is that what it is?
Hmm?
Yeah, we went to Beaumont. We did the roller coaster, and then we had dinner. We got pizza, and then
Nice.
we walked back and we watched the sunset, like on the beach in front of her place. Cutest date I've ever been on.
Nice.
It was simple. It was nice. It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cheap too.
It. Yeah. It
Can't
really
beat the
was
beach, man.
absolutely, and it was nice. That's like that's something I always wanted to do again, and I because I love going to the beach, finding a place, sit down, grab a beer, get some food, and just watch the waves.
It's being with nature.
Yeah.
Something about being in nature that just calms you. So being calm and just like hanging out with someone, it makes it easier to feel like you can just like vibe and connect. I definitely feel that.
Yeah, it was so
Kind of
easy.
keeps your environment kind of just like in
Yeah.
order and organized. Because there's some cities that are chaotic and just fucked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Albuquerque. I hate that place. I hate that place.
What the fuck are you doing in Albuquerque? Funny
I
story. Funny story. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
It just reminds me of a time that I was taking a bus. Did I ever tell you about that story where I took a Greyhound back from Texas? From Texas to Arizona and it broke down in New Mexico?
I would have just ended my life.
Crazy
I
story.
would have just ended my
I
life.
remember, long story short, I might go into it a little bit deeper later because we've already been going. But long story short, I was visiting my dad in Texas, and then I was taking a Greyhound back to Phoenix. And next thing I know, on the way back, it broke down in Albuquerque, where I met this cute little shorty. And man, that was man. She was very cute. I got drunk. I met a lot of great people. I met some drug dealers, and I got a kiss. So it was definitely adventure. It was sick. It was
That
vibe.
that's
Tempted to
that sounds like an Albuquerque thing.
bro. It was crazy.
So you guys broke down and you had to stay there?
So we broke down the basically it broke down and they didn't know why, so they had to come in and call in a replacement. So
Yeah.
by the time they called in a replacement, it was like 4 hours later. So by the time like
So everything you did was in 4 hours?
I would say
You
like a good six, I would say a good 6 hours. I had an adventure, which is crazy because when I started in Texas, I just got done going to a concert. So I got off of getting out of a concert, and then my dad picked me up to take me to the Greyhound station where he dropped me off, and then I got on the Greyhound, and then that's when it started its fucking mission to take me back home to Phoenix because that's where I'm from, and then along the way we ended up in Albuquerque. I lost money on that trip too. I think someone robbed me in my sleep. That was crazy. It was so, it was such a wild trip. I
okay?
definitely, like I said, I can get into it later, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Albuquerque, yeah, that's what I think of when I think of Albuquerque. Is
the
just like
last time I went to Albuquerque. I was driving back with our buddy because he was moving back from Dallas.
nice, okay,
Yeah, and then because he called me, he told me he's moving back. Dude, I'll fly. Like, if you need me to fly out, I'll fly out to come drive with you. And he was
damn,
like, all right, cool. And then calls me a couple hours later. It's like, hey, I need your like information, like your address. And did it was like, why? It's like my mom's gonna pay for your flight to come out here because that's really nice. I'm like, she doesn't have to do that. It's like it's fine. It's like no, she really wants to do it. It's like okay, cool. So we did that. I flew there, spent 3 days there, and we came back. We drove to Amarillo. I love Amarillo. Beautiful place.
chill, yeah.
Yeah. Then from Amarillo, we drove to Albuquerque and we stopped to get food and gas there. And as we were leaving, there was a car on fire underneath like the passage to like passageway underneath the freeway. I'm like, and people are just keep driving, acting like it's normal, like that's an everyday thing there.
That's
I'm
cool,
like,
bro.
what the hell?
Mm-mm.
And it looks like it's been burning there for a while, so there's no ambulance, no nothing. I'm like, what the hell's where's firefighters at? I'm like, this is bullshit.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I hate that place. It's so ugly, and the drive through it is terrible. I
That's
I
yeah.
just don't think New Mexico should be a state.
It's
Split it up. Split it up.
New Mexico is like the ass crack of the U.S. Like
Yeah, it is.
it's just
Yes, it is.
you really just have no reason to ever spend more time back there than what you
No,
have
I think,
to.
and I think the only cool thing about it is when they do the hot air balloon festival.
Oh, is that out
I
there?
think it's like in Santa Fe or something like that.
Oh, very cool. I know
Yeah,
we have a small one, right?
yeah, we do. It's up north a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like that's the only cool thing they
They
have.
used they, well, they used to be the go-to spot to get fireworks. That shit was
Yeah, but it's legal everywhere now, or I
yeah,
think here
true.
it is. I don't know about every other state.
Probably select few that probably
Yeah.
feel awkward. My bad. My bad.
I'm
Hey,
kidding. I'm kidding.
8 second
But
ride.
get it?
What's
8 second right? Because it.
it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot longer than me, bro. I think once I see how beautiful she is, and it makes me realize how lucky I am to hang out with her and be in her presence, I can't even contain it in my pants.
All right, guys. I hope you guys liked the episode.
Psych! I'm just kidding.
Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Until next time.
Like, comment, subscribe, baby. You know you want to ride. I'm just kidding. That was just a side. So I'm gonna just leave to the left, not the right. Hey! We out here. We mobbing.
That was funny.